what's going on, YouTubers? For ladies and gentlemen, it's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome to Impact Wrestling Review, the show from November 11th, 2021. November 11th was a special day for my uncle because he turned 61. For it is, or I should say, as it's recording, it was his birthday. And even though he looks like he's 60, in his 60s, but he still looks like he's in his 40s. So, doing a great job taking care of himself. But there you go. Happy birthday to my uncle. Sorry, I saw something that caught my eye here. Like, really? They wasted it on that. But since Impact Wrestling, they were in Nashville, Tennessee for the recordings. Um, D'Lo Brown and Master Guard commentators. Okay, let me talk about this now. Savannah Evans had a match against Rachel Ellering on before the Impact. Now I gotta watch it. I can't believe they wasted it on there instead of putting it on, the actual show. Or at least have it build up for Turning Point. Unless they want to do a tag team match with Jordan Grayson and Rachel Ellering versus, Sasha Steele and Savannah Evans. But I digress. But I'm interested to see the match though, so I'll see what they did with that. So, whatever. But anyways, the opening match was the no contendership match for the Impact World Tag Team Championships to go up against the Good Brothers for Turning Point. And you have Finn Juice and Juice Robinson and David Finlay versus Bullet Club of Chris Bay and El Fantasmo being accompanied by Hikuleo. Match happens. It was a pretty good match. You have Hikuleo get involved in the end, but as being taken care of. But then in the end, it was Bullet Club getting the win. So yes, I'm shocked that Bullet Club got the win. I thought it was going to be Finn Juice getting the win, but instead they gave it to Bullet Club of Chris Bay and El Fantasmo. After the match, the Good Brothers came out and they fought they fought Bullet Club. There was between Hikuleo and Doc Gallows. Doc Gallows gets taken out of it, and then Bullet Club stands tall as the Good Brothers leaves, and there you go. And Bullet Club did the two sweet. So then we get to right, they was promoting something about New Japan Pro Wrestling's Battle in the Valley for Juice Robinson, I'm assuming. So um oh yeah, and since if Juice Robinson is going up against the Impact World Champion Moose on that show. Yeah, I heard Moose was gonna be on the show in Japan, but I didn't know it was with that show, so there you go. Anyways. But available on New Japan Pro Wrestling World, obviously, and on Fight TV. Now we get to Scott D'Amore, the EVP, who knows fans aren't happy that Josh Alexander is not getting the World Contendership. But instead it's gonna be this three-way match between Matt Cardona, Eddie Kingston, Eddie Edwards, I'm to say. And W Morrissey. We'll get to that main event later on, by the way. Yeah, for so much for Moose, promising W Morrissey again, the first crack of the world title match, with Moose, versus W Morrissey after that favorite he asked for from last week. Whoops. But basically, Josh Alexander comes in to interrupt the whole Dean with Jim Miller interviewing Scott D'Amore, and Josh Alexander is right there, and he's not happy about he's not being included. And basically retains to Josh Alexander. You will get your opportunity but in due time. How about you focus on someone that you have your angles towards in Minoru Suzuki, which is gonna be on next week's Impact Wrestling show, because Minoru Suzuki's got something else in hand which we get to when we get to it. So there you go. So Josh Alexander will eventually get his opportunity. I think he'll get opportunity next year, 2022, which is to for the next review, Hard to Kill. So that's what I'm thinking. And roughly so, because it's after what happened on Battle Glory, that should be a big money match leading up to next review for Impact Wrestling, I should say, between Moose and Josh Alexander. So I'll be okay with that. Basically, just to give something for Josh Alexander in due time. So Brian Myers, he's having a rough time wrapping his head around um how successful Sam Beal has become after being fired from the Learning Tree. And basically which is a lesson of how to be a professional with the most professional wrestler and Brian Myers. Ziggy Dash was there and VSK. And Ziggy Dash getting slapped, but they never showed it. But basically they're showing how his Dash was sideways in the way, to a point he got slapped by by his teacher. Basically it's just gonna lead to a match between Brian Myers versus Sam Beal for next week's Impact Wrestling show. So I'm assuming it's next week, unless it's for Turning Point. So, but we'll get more about Sam Beal later on, by the way. We get Minoru Suzuki versus, of all people to own the wrestle, Caleb. So the match happens. Minoru Suzuki wins. Moving on. There you go. As I expected though, but really, that's the best you got from Minoru Suzuki. I mean, I didn't mind seeing Caleb getting killed because his character sucks, but whatever. Gia Miller, she interviews the Impact World Champion Moose. Moose said it doesn't matter either if it's Matt Cardona, Eddie Edwards, or Larry Morrissey. Um, he basically acknowledged that they are ruthless, these three men, but no one is safe as danger, as dangerous as Moose. And that was it. So strong promo there. Not much to say about that. But again, W. Morrissey was promised by Moose that he was going to get the first crack, and based on what happened in the main event, that ain't the case. But at the same time, why have Moose say that? After W. Morrissey did that favor for him last week. Like, I don't know. Again, whoops. On Impact Wrestling's creative part. The Undead Bridesmaids, Kimberly, who's terrible in that gimmick. Brandy Lauren, she's decent. She did the sit up, better than Kimberly did, because Kimberly, she just botched it. I mean, she didn't. It wasn't like a botch, like a botch that happened out of nowhere. It was just that I guess she just doesn't know how to do it. How the Undertaker does it, how Kane does it, how actors of that play Michael Myers in Halloween does it. Who's gonna put in there? Anyways, whatever. But yeah, on the Undead Bridesmaids of Kimberly and Brandy Lauren versus Decay of Havoc and Rosemary. Before the match though, they start fighting, and all of a sudden we get the inspirations, I should say, of Cassie Lee and Jesse McKay. They had chairs out there for someone to sit on because they watch this match, and then they went to commercial break. At the commercial break, that's when the bell rang and the match began. And that's when the match started. And the match was alright. It was alright, but DK won as I expected. And Brandon Lauren took the pinfall, by the way. Whatever. And the inspirations came down. And nothing really happened after that. And I was like, okay, what was the point of coming down there? They could just left. It would have made a difference, but whatever. But that was that one. Then we get to Heath and Rhino kind of promo about Vampire Design, and it's gonna lead to a match between Vampire Design versus Heath and Rhino at Turning Point. And there you go. And it was a intense promo there from Rhino, and Heath was good too on this promo, but Rhino is one of was chance to him being manipulated and being mind controlled in the way, which is to Vampire Design. So there you go. We got the inspirations. They were very actually not inspirations, the inspiration of they were upset, basically disappointed that the Undead Bridesmaids didn't defeat Decay. So they have plans of facing the Undead Bridesmaids before they get to face Decay at Turning Point for the titles. So there you go. Chris Sabin, he cuts a promo saying about how Ace Austin is getting on his last nerves, and says because you beat me one time, and you have a T-shirt that says I beat Chris Sabin. I agree with Chris Sabin. says that he will sell him for a rematch at Turning Point. So basically, we're building a lot of matches here. That's gonna be leading up for Turning Point, which I'm glad they're doing that by the way, because because Turning Point is next week on next Saturday. So you got to do it all you can to build that up. So speaking of building it up, we have Mercedes Martinez, who's going to be building up her match against Mickey James for the TNA Knockouts World Championship title against Mickey. I already said Mickey James already. At full Turning Point, not Full Gear. But she's going to put herself to the test against Madison Rayne. Mercedes Martinez. Obviously, there's no need to put her into the test in the way because she's a veteran. She's been around. She's been around for a long time. So yeah, match it was pretty good. Mercedes Martinez part. Madison Rayne, she was alright. But Mercedes Martinez won with the uninspiring, ultra devastating fruit roll up. But hey, at least with this one, she made sure she really sinking into that roll up pin onto to Madison Rayne to a point where she couldn't to where she can kick out because Mercedes Martinez, she's a veteran, been around for a long time, knows how to really to do a roll up, even when it tends to make it look like it's so uninspiring and ultra devastating fruit roll up. But she must got the win. After the match, she got attacked by Madison Rayne from behind. Mickey James comes out and clears Madison Rayne out of the ring. As Mercedes Martinez gets hooked up by Mickey James, but only for Mickey James to get picked up by Mercedes Martinez for the OG drop. And Mercedes Martinez turned heel. There you go. And there you go. Not much to say about that. I love Mercedes Martinez being a heel. She has the better role being a heel than a babyface. So I'm liking this. Steve Macklin, he wants another shot at the Exhibition Champion. And also, Trey Miguel comes in to interrupt his promo. And also, Skeleton Wood comes out of nowhere to make things all right. Basically says to Steve Macklin, you want a shot, you got to beat the number contender in the real kid. And if you could beat him, you'll be added to the match, and it'll be a 3-way match. And there you go. All set. See that? I'll tell you, they're building stuff up for it to Turning Point. You see, AEW is not the only pay-per-view that that they're building up for their Full Gear events. Impact Wrestling is built up to their Turning Point pay-per-view event on Impact Plus. So also we hear Sam Beal getting kind of promo. And he's got this he got Rich Swann and Wayne Mack with them. He's kind of promo. It was a damn good promo. Okay, so him being learned by Brian Myers with his lessons and all that, and now he's feel like now he's a professional in a way, and now he can showcase what he can do. So and yes, it's gonna be next week's Impact Wrestling show. Not on Turning Point. It's gonna be on Impact Wrestling on the home show edition of it. And basically, he basically let Rich Swann and Wayne Mack know he must do it on his own because he wants to know if he can beat the teacher. If the student can beat the teacher, can the student still pass the teacher? That storyline basically. So that's basically what it was, and it was a good promo again. So yeah, we'll see what happens next week. We see Rohit Raju going up against Rocky Romero, and Rohit Raju is being accompanied by Rajan Singh. And the match happens. It's a pretty good match. Yeah, Rajan Singh getting involved a little bit in the match. But Rocky Romero took care of him for a little bit. And then we get back to the match a little bit. Where about for a good 2 minutes, where the match comes to an end, where you got Raju getting the win over Rocky Romero, which is shocking to me. But again, I'm glad because Rohit Raju needs to rub. He needs to the win here, and goes to Rocky Romero on getting him that win. And basically, before they met in 2-0, I think it was this promo where Rocky Romero was talking to he didn't really say anything, but Raju was talking to Rocky Romero saying that you're underrated, but I'm underrated myself, but I'm way better in a way. And he's got a point there, which is to Rocky Romero be underrated, and so is Raju. He's underrated too. It's that his character sucks. Ray Roshu's character sucks. But whatever. It's an annoying type of sucky thing that is trying to say there. So but there you go. But yeah, Rocky Romero lost to Ray Roshu. It was a good match. Very good match. Um, give me a moment. Okay, John Stringer and Hernandez. They want to get their hands on the Demon versus Deep and Black Taurus. And then somebody see Johnny Bravo come in and says, I got you a third guy to help out, and it's Falaba. And they was like they were not sure, in the way because but they decided to do they decided to go with him. So Falaba, got nothing to do. So this is the best thing they got for Falaba here. And I'm pretty sure Falaba's probably still that real money from Hernandez, and we're back to square one all over again. So she great. She talks about how she wants another opportunity to go after the digital media championship title that she had at one point to face John Skyler in the match, but she lost to him, which I knew she would. And then John Skyler lost to Jordan Grace. So now there's gonna be another opportunity where Chelsea Green, Alicia, Matthew Ray wrote, and Jake something to compete in a no contender match, 4-way match. Now I'm pretty sure they said um I could be wrong. They said something about next Tuesday. I'm like, what's Tuesday? Unless again, it's the digital media championship title match. So it could be something that they could wrestle on the internet, maybe on YouTube. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. But whoever wins that match gets to face Jordan Grace. And Jordan Grace, um, just agreement to say it's basically letting Jordan Grace know that she's gonna win and she's gonna face her when she wins. We'll see. Um, there you go. Not much to say about that. Okay, so yes, it will be air on Impact Plus and on Impact Insider's YouTube page on Tuesday. That 4-way match to see who's going to win between Alicia Edwards, Matthew Rayrolds, Jake Something, and Chelsea Green. Winner of that match gets to face Jordan Grace for the title. So, and it might have a turning point. Who knows? Who knows? Speaking of what's happening on Impact Plus and Impact in Insider's YouTube page on Tuesday as well. Because again, I I don't know. Maybe they're not doing a show on Thursdays. Maybe I don't know. But it's gonna be the Inspiration versus Young Dead Bridesmaids, and you got Steve Macklin versus Laredo Kid. Um, and next week also it's gonna be, and also back to Macklin. If Macklin wins, he gets to be added to the match of at 20 point. Also, Deanna Purrazzo will be returning to Impact Wrestling after her match from Bound for Glory. She'll be having a sit down interview with Gina Miller. Minoru Suzuki versus Josh Alexander will be a match as well. Sam Beal will be facing Brian Myers, the student versus the teacher. A 3-man match. I mean, a 6-man tag match, I should say. Excuse me. Johnny Swinger, Hernandez, and Falaba versus the Demon versus Deep and Black Taurus. So I guess the Demon is part of DK. So let's call that DK. Again, they said something on Tuesday, but okay, I guess it is on Tuesdays on Impact Plus and on Impact Insider's YouTube page. So I guess they can't do it on Thursday. I guess I don't know. Unless it's a replay of it on Thursday. Who knows? But I'll still look into what happened on Tuesday. But now we get to the main event. The no contendership match: Matt Cardona versus Eddie Edwards versus Tommy Morrissey. While Moose is sitting at the skybox to watch this match. And this match was good. It was damn good. From Eddie Edwards' part, obviously. Matt Cardona, all pretty good. And Tommy Morrissey' performance in this match was wow, a masterpiece. I don't know why I say like that. I don't know why I did like that. But he was great though. He was great. great performance there by Thurman Mostly, and the crowd were behind him too. By the way, when he was saying who's the man and all that, and then you got the crowd saying um Morrissey, Morrissey. Like wow, and he's supposed to be a heel, and they're already behind him, and they know he was doing one hell of a job in this match. And yeah, it basically it's supposed to be a three-way match, but it's a bit a handicap in a way because W Morrissey is the big is the tall guy, and McIntyre and A-Ward's got to deal with their Morrissey, especially I heard that's happened. Then it was between McIntyre and A-Ward's later on. They start going at it in the match. Then Morrissey kept getting involved a little bit. Then Morrissey ends up taking out one point to protect them. And then it was back to McIntyre and A-Ward's, and to the point where A-Ward's got the win with the Boston Knee Party and got his opportunity. So yeah, the whole thing with Moose, trying to get Dan Morrissey up to for the title shot. Unfortunately, then that was now on Scott D'Amoy's watch because Scott D'Amoy, the EVP, decided to have a better idea. This whole thing instead of handing your opportunities, how about you earn your opportunities? So that's basically what it was. But yeah, I don't get what the point is of doing this whole thing of saying once I'm a champion, I'll let you be the one to get a shot of it first. And then someone some authority figure will say, not so fast, no, that's not how it goes down that way. So whatever. But great match though, great main event match though. It was pretty damn good. I didn't mind AA was winning. So and so some of you might think, oh no, he's going to hate AA was for this not really. It was a guy that that's gonna be fun to Moose until we get to that rematch between Josh Arsenic's redemption over Moose. So I'm not mad at that. But that will conclude your Impact Wrestling review from November 11th, 2021. All right. Just seeing how many more matches there were there. Looks like I think it was 6 matches. Nope, it was 5 matches actually. Yeah, 5 matches. We're total out. And my overall rating for the show, I'm gonna go with a 9 out of 10. Damn good show. Damn good show. Especially with Texas building up for a turning point. Damn good show. So there you go. And with that being said, thank you all for watching. For It's Natural Born, the Roller saying peace on the streets for you to be well, stay safe, take care of yourself, everything that's going on in the world, wear your mask, wear a glove before you wear gloves of any kind, hand sanitize your hands. Also get vaccinated. Or don't get vaccinated. Either way, your body, your choice. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. What tends to what to do. Especially when it tends to this whole vaccination thing. But be better, be respectful, be appreciative, to love one another. God bless one another. Live in peace and harmony for us all. For I am out here. That's up for now. Go take care. And I'll see you next week for more Impact Wrestling review for the Golem edition for